Okay, so a little bit of bad news in this video, which I will explain after the intro, but we're still going to focus on this video's main goal. After 900 views, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Capsule Monsters Coliseum stage that we are building is here, Gardeners. Now this is going to be a real challenge. Hey guys, Stormtrooper1 here! Hiya guys, welcome back to the channel, and well, I would like to say welcome back to my museum, but unfortunately, it's gone. It's all gone. And I full-heartedly made the mistake of not creating a backup of this, so unfortunately I'm gonna have to try and rebuild the museum from scratch. Luckily, the data on the other Nanoblock sets that I've done, including the Sonic the Hedgehog ones and the Pokemon ones, are done. I just need to try and remake the museum. Hopefully it will be better than ever. And while I'm also at it, include some of the Capsule Monsters Coliseum stages on the channel as well. So that is going to take me quite a long while, but hopefully I can get it all done, and I hope that you enjoy this. But regardless, I'm gonna get to work on, well, stay a stage in Yu-Gi-Oh! Capsule Monsters Coliseum, which we're gonna do in just a moment. Before I begin, I just want to let you guys know that I publish content throughout the week, so don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell to get notified on all my latest content. To start off with this build, we're going to be starting off with the grid for the board itself. So we need to start off with a couple of 8x8 blocks with our build tool. And it will be... well, we're going to start off with the blue side. That means we need to change it to... well, what we're going to do is we're going to do it in different levels. So bright blue is going to be the lowest level, and the bright blue is going to be the highest level. Now, the reason is because, if you remember in the game, there is a couple of different layers to this stage. So, there is the road, and then there is also the side pavement as well. So we're going to start off with the road itself, but we need to start off with a good foundation for this build. And would have been nice. Here we go. So it needs to be at least 13 to the wide by 6, 9, 10, 17 long. So what we will do is, because this is something of a big stage, we'll start off here. Which will work out perfectly. I definitely still want that. And then I've got the blue player side sorted. Now I just need to keep this going until I've got a full 8x8 grid. And instead of going bright blue, I'll have to go with the grayish color. So a nice gray like this to help out with the rest of the stage. We've already got a nice standing, well, a nice foundation for the board, and we've also got a path on where we want the road to begin on the blue side of the board. And with that, we can now move on to the next brick tile, which is going to be our 8x16, and we're going to start off with the blue side as well. And we also have to make sure that when we place it, it's a dark gray, definitely. But it also leaves that rough road effect that we're after. And of course, we have to make sure that on the left side, there is at least these 7 tiles in, like so. Also, that we can then start off with the curve, the turn effect. Now that we've got the roads and the curve that we need for that stage, we can then move on to adding some of the footpath. And we're going to need a lighter gray for this color, so a normal standard gray will work perfectly for the footpath. And of course, we are going to need it. It's along the starting position as well, like so. And just try to avoid this portion of the stage as well. And you don't want to make sure that you have any of the light grey bricks for the buildings in this build, because we will get to that in a later point in the video. But for now, just focus on trying to build the footpath that you want. We're done with the footpath for the time being, but we are going to add one little detail onto this, and that is to add more curve and more of a curved tile as best as we can. Now, unfortunately, there isn't any curved 8x8 curved tiles that we can apply, but what we can apply instead, or at least try to apply, is some 8x8 corner plates to give it that effect that there is a turn, and the drivers would have to get onto it. We'll go around it. So that is it for the corners. But to make sure that it stays in line with the road six underneath, we can apply a dark gray tile underneath those 8x8 plates that we've added to keep that road effect going. And with that, we can now move on to another layer, which is adding some more steps onto the display itself. And we're going to stick with the gray tiles, but we also have to make sure that they aren't overlapping the rest of the build. So we're going to, if I can just, there we go. I'm going to start off with the player side right here, the red player side, and then just add 3 layers like so, and then just go along steadily and keep that effect going. Just until we get to about how many does it have to be? Till about 6 long. So we're nearly there. Two, three, four. Yeah, so about here will work out perfectly. And then we can add more of those 8x8 corner plates. So that acts like a proper couple of steps. And then we just keep doing this until, I believe, well, just like that. And we do it again. Just one layer up. As such. And then we can fill in the gaps with some more normal 8x8s. With the road and the footpaths now completed, we can now move on to another little detail here, which is on the bottom right of the board where the blue player starts, and that is the, well, a little forest, or a little, not really a forest, it's more like a park decoration. So, in order to do that, we're going to need to go up at least another of 2 layers from the light blue area. And then work on doing it at least almost a rectangular shape, like up to here, about here. And then add in another 8x8 corner plate, and we'll want to do it in 2 layers, like so. And then there's also on the red player side, where we have to do it at least, well, almost the same layer. At least one layer, well, one level high. Where this corner brick starts here, and then the 8x8 start there. There we go. And then we just add another 3 tiles here and here, so that we've got ourselves ready for a little diner build, which we will do later on. But we're going to go back to the blue player side, and then we're going to work on the clock feature, a little mini clock feature unique to the board. So I'm going to go back over there, and then head straight over to building a little slope, stone slope, where it starts on the 3rd. Right here. And then, sticking with that color, we will probably need a 6x8. Here and here. So that is the start right there. And then another one here. And then add more slopes so that we can start getting to work on that unique feature of the stage. We're almost. Looks like an actual tower. With the frame of the clock now completed, we can add the actual clock itself, so we need to get ourselves some curved bricks. Fortunately, there doesn't seem to be any inverted. Yeah, there's just no inverted bulb bricks that we can use. So what we'll do instead is create our own as such. And go for pure white. Like this. We have a little clock feature for the stage. And our next feature that we're going to go for is the lampposts. Now, because they're in the center, we'll want to start off with a little 2x2 brick. And we'll want to put it in the very center. We'll at least try and use a 3x3 if there isn't. So we want to make it almost as high as the clock tower. We can add 2 more. There we go. And we'll add a 1x8. Because we want to do it somewhere down the bottom here. Which is going to be perfect. And then start to add some light features, some little light features. And we'll want to start off by using a spyglass for each one. And then apply little 1x1s And then 1x2s. As such. Actually, would be much more sense to do it like this. Replace with those top 1x2s with a 1x3. And apply a luminescent 2x2 or transparent yellow as our makeshift light. With that done, we can actually add a few more details, which includes the little side flags on each of the lampposts. And to do that, I'm going to start off with, on each side, a red 1x1 brick. Or I can actually apply a little inverted 1x2. As such. I'll do red on one side and then green on the other, because it's kind of like a festive stage. This one. Go. Perfect. Might not be a perfect recreation, but it's exactly how I would like it to be. And with that, I can actually use the copy tool to actually duplicate this lamppost. And then save it. This is exactly what I'm after. I'm going to name it lamppost. Excellent. I'll quickly deconstruct it and then apply them, these street lights, to the right squares in the middle. We've added the street lights to the stage, and we've also taken off the decorations on the on the ones by the end of the turn, right over here, because we gotta add some something different to these. So for the first one, we've actually got, well, instead of it being a lamppost, we actually have to turn it into something of a crossing, a street crossing. The same. It's exactly different with the other one. We'll get to that in a moment. So we're going to actually build a well, we're going to finish off there we go. And now it's a proper street light. Even if it doesn't look like it. And we just need to do the same right here. There we go. And then we can add a little 2x2. One by one tile edge somewhere, if I can find one. Never mind. Yeah, we were on the right track. There we go. Then we can add something of a little street heat light, or a signal light, if you would, right here. So we'll do a little 1x3. And then at the front, we'll do only there was a transparent blackness. This will work nonetheless. And straight back to the white. What could actually do a transparent red, because the sign does say don't walk. Then back to the white to add the roof onto that street light. And then a 1x3 underneath so that it gives that unique, well, accuracy. And then I can add some blue 1x4s Shame we can't actually change the angle of these. Then I'll add dark green, 1x3 this time. Help give that street light the signs it needs. Then we can move on to copying the same thing that we did with this street light on the other one. All we gotta do is bring up the copy tool, copy it, place it as such. And then just what we do what we did last time. Add 1x3 tiles with white. As such. And then we have to change the direction of those lamps because we gotta add, well, we gotta change it. It's so that it looks like it's pointing out onto the roads. Sorry. So up with the copy tool. And then we can delete the old ones by going into the build tool. Quick and easy. As such. And then we can get to work on adding some traffic lights onto this light by putting in a 1x10. We also have to get rid of that tile. I think a 1x12 would do this perfectly. There we go. And then I can start to get to work on those traffic lights, starting off with a 1x3 and a 1x2 in white. We're actually starting off by having it drop down a little bit. Using a small nose cone brick. And then putting on that 1x3 and 1x2 combo. Or just starting off with a 1x3. And then making it look like there we go. It will take me a while to get this to work, so I'll see you in a minute. I just need to make sure that there's at least enough gaps for the red, amber, and then the green. So the lights are done. For the top layer, we've done the red, then in the middle it's the amber, and then at the bottom it's the green, which all traffic lights here in the UK should look like. And we're almost done with the lights. All we gotta do is one final little detail here on the two here on the right, and that is to add a treasure chest and a fire hydrant. So for this, I'm gonna want kind of a dark brownish 2x4. So this one will do me nicely. Place it here, and then that curved 2x4 right here, which will work out nicely. And then for the fire hydrant, we'll want to go for proper yellow, the bright yellow, and then we'll do... Shame they don't have any actual fire hydrants that we could use. Or do they? It's gotta be a little one. That's not the kind of fire hydrant we want. So we'll just have to build one ourselves. Starting with two yellow curved 2x2s. Shame they don't do any curved ones. Would have been great. Go. That should be plenty high enough, actually. And then we'll just put in a little, two 1x2 plates. So that kind of resembles, the water coming out. For the nozzle. With that, we can now move on to our next little adventure, which is on the red player side of things, where we actually have to build some trees. But first, we need to apply some transparent yellow. We're 2x2 circular tiles, round flat tiles, near the edge, right here. So it kind of looks like proper street lights, or floor lights. As such, That's all we gotta do. And then we can get to work on building the trees. And I believe the discovery tool might have some for us. Fortunately not, so I'm gonna have to build my own. So I'll start off with some dark brown 2x2s. Right here. And then work my way up. So it's about here for this one. And then for the one on this end, it's gotta be in the very middle of these, right here. Yeah, so actually I should make the other one a little bit. This one about here. And then yeah, 10 by 10. So 10 high. Then I can get to work on adding some dark green, well, earth green bricks to this. And this is going to take me quite a while. I've built my own trees, and I wasn't really happy about the one on the right being short, well, being a bit shorter. So I built it a little bit taller than the one on the left, and I'm really pleased with that. It makes it really does stand out and proves that it is a giant obstacle on the board. But it is missing that detail of the snow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some some 1x2x3 slopes and add them onto parts of the tree. Now I'm not going to go crazy over this, but doing it in odd little bits here and there really does make it kind of stand out. And this is entirely up to you. You don't have to follow my ideas. You can design this tree however you so desire. If you want it to be an all-white tree, that is entirely fine. Your creativity is your own limit. I've added a good amount of white onto the trees. Like I said, I did not want to go crazy over this, so I'm going to leave those trees at that. But if you wanted to add more details onto your trees by making it feel more like proper snow-covered trees, the option is entirely yours. But I'm going to get started and move on to another detail. Well, the next detail, which is going to be the little diner right behind the red player zone. So for this, we're going to occupy here, well, grab a 4x6 or a 6x8 plate. And we're going to go straight for the back here, and we're going to go straight into a dark grayish. Like here and here. You know, or we can grab some 4x8s. Place each one here and here. We'll do some 1x8s and 1x6s. There we go. And then we can add some 3x3 bricks, one here. And then one here. So it looks like the front of the diner. And we're going to grab two 2x8s and then place one here and one here. And then some 2x10s and 1x10. Then we can grab some windows. They've got to be good ones. These drive-in windows will be perfect. If you're not happy with them, you can change the windows to whatever you so desire. And then, what I'm going to do is place some roof tiles on both sides. And then two more 2x8s. And then keep going. On both sides until it's completely sealed. Just like that. And then we'll grab some more 3x3s. Or we can grab some we can grab some roof tiles. One here, one here. And then apply some more such. Only I was in the mood for an ice cream. I would go and grab one myself. I had to redo this little deli stand because it was a bit small. So I have extended it so that it is covering the back 3 of the red player's deployment zone. And with that, the little details are are done. We've done the deli, we've done the clock tower. Now we just need to do the big shops, which occupy this side of the board. And I'm going to start off with the first one here, store number 1. It is a 4x4, so I'm going to start off with applying some little tiles, some 8x8 plates, so that it is in line. Perfect. And then I can get started with adding some grill bricks. It's for the outside of the first door. And I gotta make sure that it is not really out of place with anything. Then what I can do is for the back, move on to some dark reds so that it covers the back of the building. Because we really can't add much to the inside of it, so we're just going to do the outside as best as we can. It will mean that we need to apply as much as we can without having to go a little overboard. The next color that I need to apply is going to, well, the next color brick that I have to add to this build is a bright yellow. So there's no need to worry about going too crazy with it. Just about there will do nicely. And if you wanted to add a little bit of a detail to it, like I'm about to do, you can add in something of a blackish color. Blackish brick, I should say. And do a 1 by 1. And then sort of do it in short little lines so that it looks like actual doors. Then we move back to the dark red because there's no finer red out there. And then what you can do to really make that building a little less, well, stand out a little less, is swap the bricks out for bright red. And that should help it feel a little less out of, well, blended in, because you do want to make sure that the building kind of does stick out in its own unique way. Move back to the dark red, and then grab 1 by 8s or 2 by 8s. So that they're nicely lined up. And just do it 2 layers high, and then move in to the 2 by 8 plates and go into a medium stone gray. And then right again to a dark red 1 by 8 this time. Or start off with a bright yellow 1 by 1. And start off, I'm going to start off in this corner here. Here, I actually start off with a slope 1x2. There we go. There we go. And then again here, and then move on to some plates. There we go, we only need the 2, which is perfect. Then we can move on to the dark red bricks. And there we go. Will take a bit of doing. This is excellent. And then I can apply some bright red 1x2 grill bricks. And place them every 2 gaps. Like so. Well, that was a bit of an odd one. And then bright yellow. One's here. One here, and then another one here. In fact, it wasn't bright red, it was bright orange. And there we go. Then I can just apply some white tiles so that I can write shepherd starting from this corner here. Unless I want to. I can actually put in my own name, actually. And now all I gotta do is apply me some windows to the store. And for that, I'm gonna need a transparent, clear brick. And it's gotta be some good big ones. So just gotta make sure it's all nice and wide. Alright, so it was the wrong color. It was actually, I gotta start off with some light grays. and make sure they're almost like building walls, if you will. There we go, that will do nicely. And then I'm gonna go and apply some dark reds. It's to, well, part of the, wall, so that it looks like it's a proper, well, so that has that proper department store feel to it. And it'll come out about there. There we go. Once those bricks, once that detail is done, we can apply a bar of 1x6. Hints an orange, a bright orange, and yet a bright yellow. Onto the build. As such. Like that. And I'll be satisfied with that. And I just need to apply some more red, bright red bricks onto this build. And we'll add a black for underneath all of that brightness. Perfectly. Then I'll just add a roof to that. It's gotta be a proper stone gray color as well. There we go. That is the first. Oh, and I'm stuck. That's the first store over and done with. We can now move on to the second one. And it's going to be different than the first one, because for this one, we're just going to start off with light gray. Here, well, it's got to be at least 4 away again, much like last time. Perfecto. And then using some 1x2 by 2s or higher's, we can do 1x2 by 5s. Start from the front here. And again here. And then put it to the end right here. Perfect. And then we'll use some bright blue as a sort of tell for where the building is. And to also make sure that it is in the same height as our last, well, as the first shop. We've done pretty much what we did with the first building for the second building, and now we're just going to add some more of the finer details, starting off with the well, the kind of the neon sign. But I can't really add much detail to it because the tiles are too wide for the letters. So we're just going to add a dark blue to couple of walls, 1x6s, which should kind of act out like the sign in the game. Then we're going to do the same with a bright green. Dark green here. Nope. The bright green right here, so that it acts out as a Christmas tree, so that we're ready to apply the details for the Christmas sign. There we go. Of course, you don't have to do the exact same sign if you want. You can actually create your own sign. And I'm just going to actually try and recreate it myself. Like a little 1x2 here. 2 of those. And then one like this. And then I'm going to try and build the, well, Santa Claus in a very unique way. No, it's not the most accurate picture of Santa Claus there is, but make do with what you've got. And honestly, I think that's that'll work for me, and that will make me move on to the next, well, the third building, which is kind of the corner store. So, all we need to do is really just to get some 8x8s, 8x16s, or 8x8s. So there we go. Kind of almost looks like a, yeah, and almost like a takeaway store. So what we gotta do is get the foundation for this building down. Now we'll need some 4x4s. Sorry, 8x8s. I'm gonna have to use the plates for this one. We're done with the base foundation for the corner shop here in the stage. Now we're just going to add the slopes to add more depth into this display. And we're going to add some 2x3s. I was going to add some corner ones, but they just did not feel kind of right to me, the ones that I put on. So the best alternative is to be a little bit creative. Though some 3x3 slopes might help out with that. So that's what I'm going to apply. We're nearly done with the small corner shop. All we got to do is put up the sign, the outside poster, and then we are good to go. So we're going to do, we're going to do a 6x6, and then add in some yellow. Bricks in a moment so that they represent the eyes of the owl. And all we have to also do is apply some tiles, corner plates, like these ones here. So that it also builds the illusion that it is a corner store. Albeit not a perfect corner store, but still a store nonetheless. And we'll add the yellow bricks for the eyes. The owl's eyes. That's one, and then we can move on to two. Then add some black 1x1s for the details. There we go. And then we can add some transparent green drill bricks at the top, both sides. And throw in some bright greens in the back. We have the illusion. Now we just need to add the tile, the 8x8 corner plates. Not perfect, but I'll take it. And then I can add the roof to the building. With the third store now complete, we've only got one more big task ahead of us, and that is the giant cinema, or the giant shopping center, as it's sometimes called. And we are going to build this. It's in one, well, hopefully in one go. First, we're going to have to get those gray tiles, those 8x8s, onto the floor. Beautifully. That'll do nicely. Then I can add some nice dark gray tiles. On like so that I have an idea of how far I'm supposed to do this building. Once we've got our template down, we can then move on to the next step. We have an outside template, which is perfect because the back is supposed to be at least 6 squares wide. So this is going to work out nicely for us. Now I can get to work on applying more, well, some of the transparent yellows. Making sure that there are at least 2 rows of pegs away from the tile template that we've got. So somewhere along the line of here will do nicely. And then we'll apply some we don't really need the corner bricks for this. We might need it for this side. Find some corner plates. Appropriately. Then we just need some normal plates to hide the fact. We just need a bright red one for here. And then we can apply a dark stone gray corner plate. Be a small one. No, that wouldn't work. This will work nicely for what I'm after. So I'll just get one good foundation. Then we can move on to adding some more onto this building. We've got the main base of the building now sorted, and now it is up to us to add in some more little details. So the next step that we're going to add is to get the outer banner of the building done. And for this, we're going to use some earth green for the outside, and for the background, and then we're going to apply it at least one peg forward from the lights that we've done with 1x8s, and also to make sure that it is at least firmly here in front of what we've built. Now we can add some curve bricks onto the model. Like so. We just gotta do it at least for 2 layers up, 2 more layers. And then we can just fill them back, ready for a good foundation for the top of the building. We've now got the roof of the shopping center done. Now we just need to add the buildings to this. Well, more buildings. So we're going to add some residential areas. And to do that, we're going to need some gray 1x8s first, so that we've got a good solid foundation. We'll use medium stone gray for this, or dark stone gray, depending on what you want to do. So I'll do dark stone gray myself. Then just have to make sure that it's at least 3 pegs away, or 2 or 3, depending on how you want to do this, away from the edge of the sign that we've already put on. We've now got some buildings on top of the shopping center, and now we're ready to move on to adding some little details to it. And the first little detail that I'm going to add on to this is the little Xmas sign on the side of this building, in the left side. So, don't know if I can actually apply the whole word of Xmas, but I'm going to give it a good shot. And to get started on this, I'm going to want some transparent yellow. And then apply to about here. So I get a nice, good first line for the X. So about 2, yep, about there. Then down, we'll keep going till we make the other X for the Xmas. There we go. So we got the Xmas sign now sorted. We can add, well, something else now. A giant Christmas tree. And we're going to do what we did with the last, well, with the first tree. The small one right here. We're going to copy it. And then we're going to put it onto this part right here. And if you want to make your tree a little bit bigger, you are more than welcome to. But I'm going to keep it nice and simple for mine right here. So I'll just apply 2 trees. And that'll be it for that. I would like to add more little details to it, but this game is kind of restricted. But it's still going to be a good build and whatever happens. But there is one little thing that we still have to add. And that is, hopefully, if this game has it, a taxi. Or we can just apply a little yellow sports car. And then just slowly park this on the side as such. It will take me a while. There we go. And now one final little detail that I want to add, and that is some white lines on the road to mark the crossing on the board. And to get this done, we'll be around here. Perfect. And that will do nicely. We have built, well, recreated its Taya stage in Capsule Monsters Coliseum. albeit not perfect, but I will be more than happy to take it. I will try and leave some of the items that I have created in this video down in the description below. So if you do want to add it into your collection on PC, you're more than welcome to. Just don't forget to leave a comment as to who created these in the first place. But anyway, that is it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will be back next week for some more Capsule Monsters Coliseum, and hopefully we'll be at the 1200 views mark. I'll see you guys next time, but for now, happy gaming! I hope you guys were inspired by my LEGO Worlds video. If you were, why not subscribe to the channel and ring the bell to get notified on the latest content from the channel. Also, why not check out my video and playlist right here on the channel. It'll really mean a lot to me. Happy gaming guys, and I'll see you next time.